We are here presenting a number of things over the weekend. So this afternoon you'll be watching a local event, the Melbourne Open. So a number of local lifters will be coming out to compete. The competition will run all weekend. If your technique is bad in a deadlift, there is a very much increased risk of injury when you perform the deadlift. Most people simply don't have access to the coaching or the guidance to learn how to deadlift correctly. So he's going to go on the other spectrum of deadlifting and set up and hold it there, maybe high. That's enough. So now we can see that his bottom position has his torso really horizontal. Do you all see that? I could probably have my dinner off his back. His back's very flat. His hips are very high, and he can feel a stretch. In which muscle group do you reckon he can feel a stretch in? So like I said, if you're in competitive powerlifting, then deadlifting from the floor is a must. You must deadlift from the floor. That is the lift that you will do in competition. If, for example, you are in a strength and conditioning context, if you're training a footballer or a soccer player or a golfer, which we're going to talk about later, deadlifting from the floor might not be essential. People don't understand what bracing really is and what it means. What bracing refers to is how we breathe and how we use the musculature between basically our thorax and our pelvis. How we use all that musculature to keep rigidity through our torso. You need to remember that your legs are doing the work. I introduced that before. Your glutes, your hamstrings, they're the ones that are lifting the weight. Into our diaphragms. You've all heard of that muscle, the diaphragm. Breathing into our belly is really important. I'm going to show you what that looks like, but as a comparison, one more time, Bashar, take a deep breath. And you see that into the chest, breathe out. And if you can see this, watch how I breathe. So you can see that the breath, for me, comes all through my belly. You can take a seat, thank you. So breathing through the chest is a very, very common...
What a waste.
Green, white, lights,
Did you see that, Angelo? Oh.
Hey guys, what's up? JP here. That was some footage you saw from the Australian Health and Fitness Expo that ran over the weekend. That was April 29, April 30th and May 1st. Powerlifting Australia had a, stand at the Expo all weekend. We ran a contest on a Friday night, all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Friday was trade day, so we had those in the industry were welcome to come in on the Friday. So that's like personal trainers and whatnot. So what Powerlifting Australia did is we hosted some talks, some presentations. You saw some clips there from my presentation. I spoke about the deadlift, not surprisingly. And all I did was just, take some of the material that I use in my seminars and workshops and just tailored it a little bit more to the general health and fitness market with the intention of just promoting powerlifting a little bit and just educating those a little bit more about what deadlifting is and powerlifting in general. Again, with the intention of kind of showcasing powerlifting. You also saw some clips from the competition on Saturday morning. Those were from my lifters out of Obsidian Strength. So that was Megan, Chris, and Tim. And it was a really great day. Them three lifted in the same session. The boys lifted in one group and Megan lifted in the other group. And all three hit PBs in all three of their lifts. So it was really, really great morning. Had heaps and heaps of fun. On the Friday before that, on the Friday night, we had another 3 Obsidian lifters compete who did really well also. So it was a really, really great weekend, but very, very tiring and very exhausting, time-consuming, and very little sleep was had. I mean, I had like a 15-hour day on a Friday, a 15-hour day on a Saturday. I had to train Sunday morning. I didn't get to train Saturday at all, which I usually do, so I had to train Sunday morning. That was that bench press you saw, that 120 kilo miss. And after that, I just had to cut the session. So I said, you know what, I'm just not in the shape at the moment to be training. So great weekend overall, but yes, did interfere with my own training a little bit, but that's not too much of a problem. You saw some of my training. So yeah, you saw that bench press miss that I had. Squatted 190 for a double the day before on the Friday, 2 days before. I came back and trained it on the Sunday night. So Sunday morning I did that bench, didn't go well. So Sunday night I came back and did those high bar squats that you saw. Pause squats the next day. I'm slowly reintroducing deadlifts. So this is 100 kilo deadlifts. I mean, the week before you might have noticed I did 60 kilo deadlifts. This week I'm going to deadlift 140, and I'll also do some conventional work. So slowly bringing back conventional deadlifts as well as sumo deadlifts, obviously, in the lead up to Worlds. I'm not overly concerned. My strength is still up there. My strength is actually improving through my squatting. I'm squatting currently 6 days a week, doing about 30,000 tons of squat volume a week. A lot of that is beltless and high bar. So promising signs. I'm recovering very well. So yeah, very promising signs in terms of my strength there. Bench press is very up and down. I mean, I missed that 120 last week, but again, I was very fatigued. And then I did 110 for a triple, I think the next day actually. Maybe on the Monday or on the Tuesday I did 110 for a triple, which matches my best triple ever. So again, it's very up and down at the moment, but I'm very confident that things will fall into place in 7 weeks' time. So I'm less than 7 weeks out as of the time of this voiceover, but this is all the training up to 7 weeks out that you're watching at the moment. I leave really, really early for Worlds, so I lift on the 24th of June local time, Killeen, Texas, but I leave Oz on the 15th of June, 9 days before lifting starts, because I need to get there early. I lift on day 7. It's an 8-day contest. I need to be there for day 0 for the technical meeting, and then I'm coaching all weekend. So I'm coaching a lot of lifters from Team Australia, the Masters that are in the first few days, the Juniors who are in the next few days. So I need to be there to coach, but then I'm going a couple of days early again, just to settle in a little bit, and it works out a little bit cheaper with the flights as well, so not a problem. I'm going to have to do some heavy squatting while I'm there, which I don't like. I don't think I've ever trained heavy overseas. Like I've done maybe 5 international comps or 6, but this will be the first time that I have to do a heavy session while I'm away. Usually I get all that done before I leave, but because I'm traveling so early, I kind of have no choice. But I don't think that's going to be much of a problem. Training's been pretty straightforward this week, as you're seeing here. Pretty straightforward, nothing crazy, no massive PBs, just chipping away, chipping away. Building volume, like I said, still 7 weeks out, so I'm in no rush to peak intensity too soon. Just increasing the amount of work that I'm doing, and slowly the intensity will rise before a couple of heavy triples and doubles before comp. If you have any questions about what's going on in my training, about what's going on in general, feel free to leave comments in the section below. Otherwise, email me, jkp@live.com. I'm going to be posting another one of these updates in a week's time, and I'll be posting a deadlift kind of like tutorial later this week as well. A bit of a tips and tricks kind of like top secret thing. So, hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Joey, come back! How the fuck did you get a bicycle? Holy crap, I'm running like a bicycle person. Oh my god.